Welcome to another episode of Two Guys,
a podcast,
and
Chappie movie review.
Chappie.
Why didn't you say it with me?
I thought we were going to do Insurgent. I haven't seen Chappie yet.
Well, I saw Chappie first before Insurgent. I figured we'd do Chappie.
Wait, when did you go see... We were supposed to go see Chappie together so that we could do the review, dude.
We didn't go see it?
No.
Holy crap. No, I went to go see it with Alex.
What the... Fine, we'll do Chappie. You got to answer all the questions.
What? So you're not mad?
No, I'm mad. I'm pissed. But we'll go ahead and do it for the fans.
Dude.
No.
You have such a busy schedule.
No.
No. You are like a restricted free agent with all these... I can't do this, I can't do that. And for some reason, you can't go watch a movie on a Thursday night unless it's a huge blockbuster. And that's so discriminating.
That's because I normally take the Friday off.
Whatever. Well, yeah, I saw Chappie with my homeboy Alex. I texted a bunch of other people to see if they wanted to go.
Mm-hmm.
I text...
You forgot all their names already.
No. I remember all their names. I text a girl named Jennifer.
Uh-huh.
I text a girl named Heather.
Mm-hmm.
I text another buddy, my roommate, Lewis, but he was at work.
You just texted a whole bunch of people just to see who wanted to go.
Yeah, who wanted to go watch.
Did I get a text?
No, because I knew you were going to say no.
Wow. See,
I knew you were going to say no.
What if I said, you know what, yeah, I could take tomorrow off.
There's no what if, there's none of that. I knew you would have said no.
Well,
I know you like to live in the world of what ifs. Maybe you should write some movies, Mr. What If.
Maybe I should. But okay, let's start off with this then. How was the movie?
I loved it.
You loved it?
Yeah.
What was the plot pretty straightforward, easy to follow? Or was it one of those convoluted ones that you really couldn't keep up with?
No, you could definitely keep up with it. I would say the first 15, 20 minutes would be kind of hard to follow because you kind of had to have a general idea of what was already going on.
Did they at least make it simple enough to where it's easy to pick up what was going on, or is it one of those you have to pay attention to every little thing?
Well, let me ask you, when we give the movie review, are we giving out spoilers, or are we doing the best we can to not give out spoilers?
Let's do the best to not give out the spoilers.
Okay. They did a really good job of helping the viewer understand what was going on from beginning to end. Mm-hmm. But when I say the beginning to end, I mean 20 minutes into the movie where there was a certain beginning, so to say. Okay. It's kind of like a chapter in the book. It's kind of like a chapter in the book where you go, you read this much into chapter 1, and then you go into chapter 2, which is a different, side story. So I would say from chapter 3 on of the movie, Chappie, it was straightforward. They made you understand everything, and everything else after that was just simple to follow. I would say like the first chapter or the first 2 chapters would be a little bit harder to follow, only because they explained it, what was happening in the movie, really quickly. So you kind of had to follow. You had
to follow really fast, be quick on the steps and everything.
Right, you have to understand what they were saying.
I'd just like to quickly apologize for my phone going off there. Sorry about that.
He'll do 2 dares in the future.
In the future, man, I'm just increasing in dare depth.
Yeah, big time.
Big time.
And I'm also gonna need you to learn an Australian accent.
Australian accent. All right, I'll make a trip out to Australia, pick it up, and come back.
Right. But basically, it's like if you read, it's like reading a book, and it starts off like in the middle. Let's give an example. It starts off in the middle of a war. They're shooting, their bombs going off. You're like, wait, what's going on? What's happening? This and this and that. They introduce the main character. You know that he's the main character, but you don't know what's going on. And then it goes into chapter 3, and chapter 3 is titled 2 years before. Oh, and so you're like, oh, okay.
So it kind of starts off like in the middle of the movie, then goes.
No.
Well,
it's not like that at all. Like I said, what I mean is, if chapter 1 and 2 were to be like, this guy he has bullets being shot at him, grenades are going off, this and this, that and that. You're excited. You're into the movie. You're grasping what's happening, but you don't know what's really going on. Yeah. So, and it gets to a point to where it doesn't start over, but there's like a stopping point to what's happening, and then it's like, okay, this is what's going to happen from here on out, and then it starts. Everything that happens after that makes sense. Okay. You just kind of had to have a general idea of what what's going on first, so you can understand what's going to happen afterwards.
Gotcha. Okay, that makes sense. What about the I guess the pacing, like that we like to say? You know, did it feel rushed at any point, or was it pretty much well structured to where you never felt hurried through any parts of the movie?
No, it was well structured. I never felt that they were going too fast. The only thing you could see was that they did rush it a little bit, as far as like they didn't chronicle every moment, like every minute of every day.
Yeah.
You could tell that some days were passing by, but it didn't necessarily say 2 days later, 3 days later. Just with the evolution of some of the characters, you kind of knew that certain days were passing by.
Gotcha.
And it's kind of like saying, oh, it's going to take this person this much time to learn this. Let's say it'll take this person.
So there wasn't it wasn't 30 minutes too long or 30 minutes too short or anything like that.
No.
It was pretty much just the right length.
No, I mean, you probably would ask yourself, like, whoa, how did it get to here? How did it get to there? But it was nothing so significant as if, like, it's not like you're going to see a movie about a baby and then a month later he's a fully grown man. You're like, whoa, you missed out on that entire lifespan. No, it's not like that.
Gotcha.
You just kind of know that, okay, well, this is what makes sense and this is what's going on. And then to have that little jump, you're like, well, okay, well, that makes sense because this is what's going on. So it makes sense.
Gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. What about the ending? Was it one of those typical type endings where, okay, you saw it coming from within like the first 30 minutes, or was it one of those that, oh, wow, out of the blue type endings?
Khaled, let me tell you something. That ending, I would have never guessed would have been the ending in a million years.
Okay.
Ever. And it really surprised me what happened at the end, because they did something in Chappie that I've never seen done before. 2 or 3 different things that had never been done before.
All right, looks like I definitely got to go see it then. What's your overall rating out of 10?
If I had to rate it out of 10, I would have to give it an 8, 8.5. Reason why? I'll try not to give away any spoilers, but Hugh Jackman to me was not very believable at all
As the character he was trying to portray.
In the character that he was trying to portray.
Okay.
And not just the character, but like who the character was.
Okay.
How many movies have you seen Jim Carrey in where he wasn't either like
Number 23.
Right, and that was what, one movie?
Yeah.
So it's rare to see Jim Carrey not be that guy in the movie, right? So
this was Hugh Jackman's movie where he just wasn't that guy.
Right. So it's kind of like to ask, how many movies have you seen where Hugh Jackman wasn't a badass?
Gotcha. I was gonna say Les Miserables.
He was a beast in that movie.
But yeah, can't complain about it there.
He was a beast in a different
fashion. Exactly. All right. Well, let's do this then. Give me one good thing about the movie, like one pro.
One pro. I'll give you 2, but it'll kind of be 1. If you're the kind of person that likes to look at a movie and make it connect to a certain way, like to certain things. What happened in this movie was, I'm not going to tell you like who did what or who said what, but it kind of made you look at how much society can impact someone's life. You can tell somebody to do something wrong for 20 years and they'll never believe somebody when they're telling them that they're doing it wrong, because they believed all their life that they were doing something
correct,
right, when they were doing it wrong. So that I got a lot of, what's what I'm looking for? Familiarity. Familiarity. I can never pronounce that word. Of what's going on in today's world. The movie's about robots. You might not believe me. A lot of people might not kind of see the connection there, but when you see it and you see what I said, and you see it in the movie, you'll be like, wow, he's right.
Okay.
But if you're not looking that much into it, it was pretty awesome, and it was very funny.
Okay.
To see the evolution of Chappie in the movie.
And give me one bad thing, one con about the movie.
One con would be, like I said, Hugh Jackman's character.
It just wasn't the right role. He wasn't the right person for the role.
No, he was definitely not the right person for the role.
And that could hurt a movie. having the wrong person play one role, especially if it's a significant role, I mean, that could hurt a movie big time.
Yeah. And another thing that I didn't like about the movie was some of the ideas that they had in the movie. Mm-hmm. Oh, not necessarily the ideas, but like you would see something, and a lot of people are trained to just watch a movie and accept what's happening in the movie. Let's just accept it.
Yeah,
it's like whatever. Because for example, let's just say you see a person walk into a house and there's like 1,000 cats, right? Mm-hmm. Well, that's a very inhabitable place to be in with 1,000 cats, and like there's no crap anywhere. There's no mess anywhere. You're like, that doesn't make any sense. Yeah, a house with 1,000 cats, there's got to be crap everywhere. There's got to be that place has got to be shut down. So it's kind of like that. There were some things you saw in the movie. You're like, how does that make sense? Yeah, but you just kind of have to go like, well.
It's a movie.
It's a movie. It's happening. It makes sense. It's just accepted.
Well, you gave it an 8.5 out of 10. I take it as a must-watch then.
Definitely.
All right.
And I will say one thing. And some people might make fun of me. I almost cried.
Well, I guess I got to see it and see if I almost cried. But there you have it, guys. Chappie's a must-watch. Go check it out. See ya.
Later.